day 6. I haven't really got that dirty line, which is pretty fucking amazing. But I haven't really been showering every day. I'm gonna have a shower now, and when I get out, I just know that I've got to be careful because it really, well, the water and the heat from the shower makes it all weak. I just strongly recommend, from my own experience, that you don't just start brushing your hair if there's any kind of grip to it, because the front gets weakened by the shower, from the heat of the water and so on. So I'll extend this video out throughout the day, and I'll have a look and see if it dries back into a nice, clean front hairline. Okay, so my hair's towel dried. I'm gonna start back, not right at the front hairline, so that I can creep on down to the front. So in the shower, I just use standard shampoo and conditioner, Head and Shoulders shampoo, and Tresemme conditioner, whatever was lying around the house. The reason I mention that is because I think certain people would say you should use particular types of hairpiece products, but as far as I'm concerned, if the hairpiece can't survive most things, then you've got to rethink what you're doing. You don't want to have to think of your head as so fragile that every little thing matters all the time. You want to put your hairpiece on, do some maintenance from time to time, but not every single day. With lace, I would have thought that you do have to do maintenance every single day, because that dirty line can accrue lots of dirt and stuff. Even though I use the tape marking method, a little bit of glue protrusion usually exists. And straight after the shower, it's been softened and bloated by the water, and the glue is probably melted from the heat. So I'm just brushing it back gently, and even though you can see all of that glue and so on that's exposed along all of that, I'm just gonna really wait maybe an hour for it to dry. Because if I start trying to pick away at it and fix it now while it's wet and everything, and I know it's just been heated and melted from the shower, hot water, it's not gonna look very good. It's better for me to just wait. So you can see some lifting just there. So yeah, I'll wait and come back when it's dry. Okay, because it's springtime and the weather's become fairly nice, it's taken about 45 minutes to dry. Even the back of my neck is dry, but I think I feel the glue is still melted along the front. It's dry, it's pretty dry now though. Just remember that in hot weather, this will not really ever be completely dry because it will be slightly melted. That's the, well, I've ripped the label off and I just started with the new Ultra Hold container. So, yeah, I didn't look at the starting date for this, but it's traceable. Let's just say it's a new canister of Ultra Hold, maybe 2 months, every 2 months. So these things last for about 2 months. Might have been 3 months. You can actually, but the thing is I didn't label the video when I opened the new one. Anyway, this video is a new container, so maybe in 2 or 3 months from now we'll see this one empty. Yeah, take the label off. It's so much better. You can see what you're doing. With the label over it, you can't see, especially when you get to the last bits, how far in you're going. Also, it's nice to see how deep you're dipping the brush and the Ultra Hold. The really large one, I can't buy them in Australia. And the really small one, you know, it's glass, I think, the small one. This is plastic. This is a good size. I don't think by the end, if you keep putting the lid back on in time, that it really coagulates too much. So it's a pretty good size. Whatever amount this was, I've taken the label off, but yeah, it's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some muck in my hair. It is a bit of a problem that we have to worry about is the shower. Getting the hair hot more than wet, because that is acrylic glue. So water doesn't matter too much with it. I suppose I'll check out the front hairline a bit more now that it's going to be sort of pushed back a bit. So I'm doing another acting course at the moment, as evidenced by my recent video, which got... See, I've got this analytics section in my YouTube area. As a YouTuber, I get to see everything that's going on in terms of the success of my content. And yeah, well, my acting videos that I put up, despite the fact that in my class, my scenes are always seen as amazing, because they fucking are. When I put them on this channel, I get heaps of thumbs downs and stuff. So it's like 50% like and 50% dislike, and hardly anyone looks at it. So I don't have any fans of acting, basically, as a hair wearer, which is good to know, I guess. Well, not many. People just want to see how to fix their own hair, which is fair enough. That's what this channel's about. It's a bit weird of me to put the acting videos on, but it also is beneficial for you guys to see what hair can look like as it simply exists without talking about it, you know? So if I'm in a scene, you'll just see somebody with hair and you can know that's not real hair, or that's not real naturally growing out of their head hair, but yet it still looks real. I don't have to ask that, I know it looks real. Okay, so let's have a look at the front section here. I'll be putting up more acting scenes, by the way. So you better fucking love them. You gonna eat that? Do you want some? Why wouldn't I eat it? Guilt. Oh no, it's low fat. This is pretty healthy, actually. How old do you think she is? It's fresh, I mean, oh. You mean the meat? 3 years. So a toddler then. There's a bit of bump there. That's where a chunk of glue is. I can feel the bump of glue there. No point in removing it really, because you can't see it. This section here and along there is lifted. And yet the glue is still sort of wet underneath, so yeah, I'm going to pick it out and re-glue it. You've also got to be careful when you're pulling out the glue at the bottom. I'm also pulling hairs out from the bottom of the lace because they pull through from the bottom. It's really hard to get all the glue off lace exactly like you would with poly. So sometimes you just got to settle for getting off most of it. I think that's just going to create a chain reaction resulting in me doing all of that, and I can't really be bothered doing all that. So I'll just do that little section there. So you take a roll of tape, marking tape. Make sure you're not sweating. Have a fan in your bathroom that you can face towards you if it gets hot. I'll be using this more and more as summer comes. For those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, winter is coming. So you probably will have very high levels of success with your hairpiece as winter is here, because glue is really fine in winter time. It doesn't melt. 3 could be enough. New glue is so nice to work with compared to older glue. For that reason, if you want the perfect glue all the time, you might want to buy a smaller bottle of glue. See the lack of accuracy I need to worry about? Because that tape does all the accuracy work for me. I just have to worry about not getting the glue into the lace itself. But I can rest assured that the layer will be thick enough. Okay, that's it. There is some lifting going on the right hand side. My right hand side, probably your left hand side. I can't remember what happens on the video. Well, this lid doesn't want to go back on. There's a plastic thing under the lid that sort of is separated from the lid. It often gets caught, so if you just push down on it, you can get back in. Sometimes you can use your finger to stick back in. That's when it gets messy. If you do that, put baby wipe over the tip of your finger so that you just push back up and then your finger's still clean. Okay, so I'll be back in, say, 15 minutes. Okay, let's see what's going on with this guy's face. Feels pretty accurate. So once you've got muck in your hair, the way to re-establish control is to spray a bit of water in there. So muck isn't like gel, it's like clay, it's clay, so you can just wet it and just remold it. I can't be bothered dealing with that tiny little bit over there. I might have to go back to using something really minor and tiny to get in there. That tape marking method is a little bit time consuming, but it's giving me the thickness I need right along the front edge. So even for minor touch-ups like that, it just means that it's going to last longer. It means that tomorrow it probably won't be a problem. In fact, that'll be the strongest point along this entire line. So later today, I've got to shoot another scene, which is another small improvised scene, and then I'll have to do a script. Okay, I guess I'll wait for that to dry and then come back a bit. I'm not really in the mood to style my beard or anything like that. Right, we'll deal with these greys that are starting to become fucking prominent. Might just try to grab that one, but two will grow back in its place. Can't believe that's me now. That's who I am, that fucking grey hair. That's insane. Haven't been alive that long. Life hasn't even really started yet. Well, I guess it's nearly over. Okay, so it's been about 45 minutes since I last wet my hair a little bit. It'll probably stay like this for the rest of the day now. So yeah, that's it. Day 6.